I'm Kyle Grotehouse. I'm a sophomore and I'm on the UNF men's basketball team.
What do you think it means to be black in America for a black person?
I think it means that you're a part of a minority, so there's definitely struggles that you face that white people don't have to deal with.
Do you think it's easier for a white person still to excel over a black person?
I think in a lot of cases, yes, because especially in the business world, there's a lot of stereotypes that people have about black people, and so you're automatically, as an African American, you're automatically up against those stereotypes when you go into any situation, and a lot of people try to downplay it, but I think that they definitely still exist in the back of a lot of people's minds.
How has HIV or AIDS affected you personally or your community?
It's had no effect on me. I can't name one person I know that has HIV, so it really hasn't had any impact on me.
In your community, do people talk about HIV or AIDS at all? Do y'all learn about it at all?
Coming up through high school, not really. As I've got onto the college campus, you know, I'm aware of it more now and realize that it is a big issue.
You say you were on the basketball team, you're always a minority. How does that make you feel about being a minority on the basketball team?
Yeah, I've been the minority, so I understand, you know, the struggles that you face as a minority. You know, the white guy is always the the last one picked when you're playing pickup games, because the stereotypes about white people in basketball: oh, we can't jump, not athletic, and so you know, I've kind of been put in those shoes of being the minority, you know, as a black person would, as they're in the business world, the many stereotypes that they have to face there.
How do you think a black person feels when they walk into an all-white classroom and everybody says, do you think they have like higher expectations on them because they're the only black person in the class?
I think it really depends on where you are and you know what group of people you're around. I'm sure, and not so much here because there's a lot of diversity. But you know, I'm from Tennessee, so you know that's the deep South, and I'm, you know, there are people that are still brought up, you know, and their parents, you know, openly, you know, discuss the stereotypes about black people. So you know, in a setting there, when a black person walks into a classroom, they are viewed differently. You know, here I think everyone, because you know there's people from foreign countries, I think that everyone's viewed pretty much equally.
Being that this is a predominantly white school, do you feel like African Americans are represented at this school? You do feel like that? Yeah,
I do feel that African Americans are represented at the school, even though they're in the minority. But I feel there is strong representation of.
Can you give an example of representation that we have?
I know. I don't know any of the names, but I know in student government, I know that there's, well, actually Anthony Mack is in student government. Mike Sathoff is vice president of student government, and I'm trying to think. I know there's Jessica, girl, her name's Jessica. You know what I'm talking about?
And our traditions and everything, our culture is represented here.
I mean, there's black fraternities and sororities, so that's a representation. I don't know what do you mean?
Our cultures, you know, like what black people do on a regular basis.
What do you do on a regular basis?
Okay, like we like what do we like?